Welcome back to Wildcat News. I'm Delaney Wells.
And I'm Lamaya Starnes. Telehealth has significantly expanded healthcare access for many, but a looming deadline could change that.
Here's what you need to know about the future of telehealth in the U.S. and how it could impact Medicare patients, especially in rural Kentucky areas.
Telehealth has the ability to access health care remotely and has been around since the 1960s. Created to help people in remote areas get the care they need, especially for mental health services, but it wasn't until the COVID-19 pandemic that telehealth really exploded in Kentucky. As hospitals and healthcare facilities scrambled to adjust, telehealth offered a way to continue care while keeping patients and doctors safe. That same year, Governor Andy Beshear issued an executive order expanding telehealth across the state. This allowed more healthcare providers to offer services remotely, including mental health counseling and primary care visits. The state even made sure that insurance companies would cover these virtual visits, which helped make care more accessible. Robert Spring, the telemedicine project director, has seen how telehealth has helped people, especially those living in rural Kentucky.
There are a lot of patients that don't have options. I mean, this is it for them. And if they can't see a provider through telehealth, they may not have transportation or money in order to travel and see them.
Come April 1st, the federal government will decide whether to extend these telehealth policies. If they're not extended, Medicare patients could lose their ability to access health care from home, and in-person visits might be the only option. Spring predicts that if the limitations of telehealth were to take order, the rural communities of Kentucky, where telehealth has provided much-needed access to care, would be impacted tremendously.
And my worry is that this is an issue that could kind of be forgotten. And if it's forgotten, there's going to be a bunch of people that are not going to be able to get access to health care.
Hannah Piedad, a student at the University of Kentucky and native of Paintsville, knows how important telehealth has been to her and others in rural Kentucky.
If I didn't get to have my psychiatrist from back home over telecare and be able to get the refills on my prescriptions, I would have to find a whole new psychiatrist and go through that same process, because I can't just go in and say, hey, give me so many milligrams of this and this. They have to figure that out from themselves. So I would just have to start that process over again, which would be really hard for me because I finally found the medication that works for me after about 5 years.
For more updates on the potential changes, visit telehealth.hhs.org. This was Gianna Gallo reporting for Wildcat News.
And other legal changes potentially affecting the state, a new bill introduced in the Kentucky Senate aims to lower the age for concealed carry in the state. Senate Bill 75 was approved by the Senate Judiciary Committee. It would lower the age requirement for carrying a concealed and deadly weapon from 21 to 18 without a permit. Those who oppose the bill argue that lowering the age could cause more violence. Advocates argue for self-protection is a fundamental right. The bill still needs full Senate approval before it can move to the House for debate.
The Carnegie Center for Literacy and Learning's 2025 Writers Hall of Fame induction ceremony took place last night at the Kentucky Theater. The 2025 inductees, including Crystal Wilkinson, Frank X. Walker, Naomi Wallace, Ron Eller, and the late David Dick were honored at last night's ceremony. The ceremony featured speeches from inductees that were present, Kentucky Poet Laureate Silas House, and Mayor Linda Gordon.
It is really an amazing evening, and we honor our most talented Kentucky writers.
With work ranging from nonfiction to poems and plays, the inductees displayed an array of talent throughout their careers. Attendees were able to take pictures and buy books written by the Hall of Famers.
Last Thursday was the first Thursday of the month, which is Teen Howl Night for teenage poets. Natalia Garcia has more about the open mic night that allows participants to share their original works. Natalia?
Thanks, Lamaya. The Teen Howl Poetry Series is a recurring open mic night specifically for those under 21 years old. Let's take a look and see how this event helps young poets to express themselves without the pressure of a tough crowd.
As a budding poet, sharing your work in front of a crowd can be daunting. That's where Teen Howl Poetry Series comes in. Founded in 2011 by Elizabeth Beck and Jay McCoy, Teen Howl Poetry Series was designed to provide a safe space for young poets to express themselves in a comfortable environment.
Teenagers don't often get listened to, and this is a space where they can say whatever they want in whatever way that they want, and it's meant to be this judgment-free, community-supported group.
After shutting down due to the pandemic, Teen Howl relaunched in 2022 and found its new home at 3rd Street Stuff. Although Nelson and other co-leader Jessica Taylor have helped facilitate the open mic nights, Nelson attributes the success to the poets themselves.
None of this would be possible without these kids here, of course. It's completely their group. We just provide a space and a format for them to express themselves and get together.
Nelson, a former Teen Howl participant himself, says he was inspired to come back to help run Teen Howl to create the same peer community space he had for the next generation of writers.
I want them to always know that this is a place and a community and a home for them, and that I want to see them just be successful in all their endeavors and just take what they learned with Teen Howl forward into the world.
Although the open mic night is for those under the age of 21, Nelson said the idea of Teen Howl is to amplify teen voices to be heard by everybody, not just their peers.
The idea of Teen Howl is that we should listen to people who are younger than us, even if we think they don't have like this developed worldview. And yeah, maybe they don't know everything, but it's important to see and respect the intelligence and wisdom of our kids. And I think that this event helps these kids sort of develop their voice and become confident in saying what they know and being heard and being loud, and sometimes just forcing people to listen to them. And sometimes it's just what you got to do. And yeah, just we should respect teenagers. We should give them more credit than a lot of people give them credit for.
So the next time you're free on the first Thursday of the month, stop by 3rd Street Stuff, hear some howling, and see what you can learn from the next generation of poets.
The Teen Howl open mics occur at 3rd Street Stuff every first Thursday of the month at 6 p.m. To learn more, visit @TeenHowlPoets on Instagram.
Thanks, Natalia. Coming up, a new supermarket opens in Lexington.
And a hospital for teddy bears? More to come after this break. The wait is finally over on Citation Boulevard. The new public supermarket is now open. The grocery store sells their popular pub sub and grab-and-go items alongside regular groceries. The Publix chain can be found more easily south of the Bluegrass, but now Lexington can get a taste.
It's my preferred grocery store because I'm from Orlando, Florida, so it reminds me a lot of home, and it's also just really convenient to get food for now and also for later.
In addition to the new store, Publix has donated 170,000 pounds of fresh produce to God's Pantry Food Bank, along with staff volunteers. The company is focused on environmental awareness and community engagement.
This weekend, Kentucky Children's Hospitals held an event for some special patients. The hospital partnered with the Living Arts and Science Center for their annual Teddy Bear Hospital. Children could bring their sick or hurt toys to the clinic to make them feel better.
What did you do today?
Look after my bear.
Look after your bear. What's your bear's name?
Mr. Bear.
Mr. Bear.
You want to show her Mr. Bear?
Yeah, I want to see Mr. Bear. Is that Mr. Bear? What was wrong with Mr. Bear?
He hurt this and the other one.
How did he hurt himself?
He fell.
Oh no! Did you have fun fixing him? Yeah?
The event was created so kids can learn about healthcare and ease their fears about hospitals. Treatment areas for toys included rooms for checkups, radiology, operations, and more. Doctors and medical students from the hospital helped with the treatments.
It's really fun seeing the little kid passion for medicine. So
I think it's something we're very passionate about and really excited, and since we're first years we haven't gotten a lot of clinical experience, so just getting to share our passion with the kids and getting to kind of teach them little things is really fun.
The event was free and also gave kids the opportunity to tour UK's mobile clinic.
This weekend, Lexington was full of superheroes, cosplayers, and pop culture fans as Comic-Con took over the Central Bank Center. Friday through Sunday, thousands of fans packed the convention center for a weekend of celebrity guests, comic book artists, and, of course, costumes. Big names like actors from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles drew long lines for autographs and photo ops. Vendors filled the hall with collectibles, comics, and exclusive merchandise, making it a dream weekend for collectors and fans. Many expressed the need for more conventions like this in Kentucky. Louisville's Comic-Con never came back after COVID.
This weekend was also WRFL's 37th birthday celebration. UK student radio station celebrated Saturday night at the annual WRFL Birthday Bash. And what better way to celebrate college radio than with live music? The sold-out show at the Burl featured two local openers, Lexington band Valis and Louisville group Treg. The rock band Geese from New York City headlined. The lineup of performers reflected WRFL's commitment to highlighting alternative music. The station started broadcasting March 7th, 1988, and has been uniting people ever since.
We have a lot of students here, a lot of community members here, coming together, discovering new music, enjoying music that they love already. It's just a good form of both of those communities.
WRFL hosts many other events year-round if you missed the party, which you can learn about on their website at wrfl.fm/events or by tuning in to 88.1 FM. Up next, students find joy in painting.
Stay tuned.
Do you remember Bob Ross painting Happy Little Trees?
The Creative Arts Living Learning program hosted a Joy of Painting event where participants could paint alongside a tutorial by Bob Ross. The event took place in Holmes Hall on Monday. Students were able to develop their skills painting while watching Ross's Distant Hills landscape painting lesson. The Creative Arts LLP hosts events throughout the school year for students both in and outside of the art major. Everyone can embrace their creative talents without any pressure.
I just enjoy seeing people, come to the events and have a good time. That's why I do it.
The LLP hosts crafts, movie nights, and their most popular event, prom and haunted house. Okay, so tell me about your first time in a haunted house. Have you ever been?
Like one time, but it was too scary, so I didn't like it.
Yeah, so if anybody ever asked me to go to a haunted house, scratch my name off the list. I'm never going back. I went once, and that's a wrap for me.
Yeah, I'm saying no.
That's all for your Wildcat News today.
We're off next week for spring break. Enjoy your time off, and we'll see you the following Tuesday.